What's up, people? B Swag to the max here to bring you another Bakuman review for chapter 166, titled Rumors and Articles. So, what happens in this chapter is, man, just a lot more shit stemming off last week. And if you guessed last week that Ishizawa was going to cause some bullshit, then congratulations, you get a cookie and a gold star. Because, man, you could have saw that coming from a mile away. I mean, it was kind of a pretty predictable plot device, pretty obvious, but I don't think that makes it bad. But it's just really fucking annoying, this asshole. But I'll get to that later. Well, the chapter starts out with Takagi and Kaya. They're at home, chilling, watching anime, doing what mangaka do in their free time. And he noticed at the end of Impromptu 12 that Ririka plays one of the schoolgirls in the series, and Azuki is in the exact same series. So he's like, I wonder if he even knows Azuki. So I'm going to go research her right now and figure out. So he's like, I wonder if she got a blog. He go check her blog, and Kaya's like, nigga, the fuck you doing checking blog? Like, you interested in her that much? Which is ridiculous. I mean, they've been married for, what would it be, about 7 or 8 years now in the series, so I don't understand why she's still getting jealous. But anyway, he goes onto the blog, and he reads it, and, like, their reactions to the blog when he finds out what she said about them being hot, and her spilling the beans about a voice actor she looks up to dating one of the members. They're like, oh shit, this is bad. We gotta call Mashiro right now. So he calls up Mashiro and he's like, yo, check out Ririka's blog right now. Check it out. He's like, what's up? I'm like, what's the problem? I'm like, bro, just do it. He reads it and he's like, oh, hell no. Like, they don't know it says. Do they even know it says? They start spazzing out, so they call Keto and ask her to pull it down. And, like, she pulls it down immediately. Like, the blog is only up for 2 days. Like, that time when we saw Ishizawa read it for the first time, that's when the blog went up. So it wasn't even up for that long. So, it seems like, it's pretty harmless enough. No harm, no foul. So, we're moving on. And then we shift over to Ishizawa. And man, fucking hate this guy. Oh my god. I hope this isn't all he's good for in this arc. It's just being an instigating asshole, because if he is, then I'm gonna be disappointed in Oda. I feel like he's better than that. It's kinda assholish, but you know how it is. So he like constantly trying to instigate, talking about how he knows for a fact that Azuki is going out with one of them. He went to junior high with them and all this shit, and he's like, go look it up yourself. Look up the photo from the graduating class of 2009 from our junior high. And everyone on the net, they ain't even buying into this shit. They like, we just hear you talking, boo-boo. We just don't believe you. They on that Drake tip right now. So they like, man, whatever, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Show us, put your money where your mouth is. Show up or grow up. You feel me? So they tell him, give him some proof. So he's like, y'all want proof? Okay, I'll give y'all some proof. Upload that shit. Next day, world going crazy. I mean, like, people talking shit, talk about how they talk about how they plotted PCP's drama CD and heroin to be Azuki just because they were lovers, and how they're going to burn her CDs and DVDs, and people who were friends of both Ashiwogi and Azuki are going to sell their comics. Like, people were just going crazy over this shit. Like, and it's just completely out of hand. I thought originally that it was completely out of hand until I did some research on some voice actresses, and I found out that this isn't as far-fetched as I think. Like, these, like, loser, like, otaku, like, type motherfuckers, they really think that these idols, like, actually are interested in them, and they have a chance. Like, these people are living on dreams. It's fucking pathetic. Like, you ever heard of Hirano Aya? If you haven't, I'm pretty sure you have, because she's been in so many series. It's ridiculous. She's extremely popular. idol in Japan. She's been in such series as Lucky Star, I Shield 21, Fairy Tail, Busu Rankin, and she played Misa Mana in Death Note. So this lady, she ain't no amateur, you know. She's big, and when people found out that she was going to get married, like she had like a ring on her ring finger, and like her fans started going crazy. Like they was on the internet like spazzing on her, and like they like uploading pictures of them like ripping up her pictures and burning her CDs and shit. Shit was weird as fuck. And I was like, I'm so glad that I live in America because at least over here people don't do that, you know. You know, people love their idols, you know. You know, little kids love Hannah Montana when she was out, or Big Time Rush, or whatever it is now, because that shit changes like every year. And, you know, adults, like grown-ass adults, you know, we like our favorite actors, you know. We like our Denzel Washingtons and Brad Pitts and Angelina Jolie's, but we're not going to fucking burn their CDs just because they have normal lives, you know. At least over here we understand that they're human beings and they're not like this fictional character, you know. They're normal people. So at least over here we understand that. But over there it's completely different. And like idols are like huge things. Like voice actresses are huge. So this actually isn't too out of the ballpark. It actually makes a little bit of sense. So anyway, excuse me, y'all. I have these weird tendencies of going off on tangents, but let me get back on track. So after the whole thing, I've been reading the blogs and finding out how people felt about it. We walk over, we change the scene over, and it's the newspaper, Tanzai Sports. And this motherfucker is just going to add more fuel to the fire. And this is when I was like, really? Really? You're going to get the newspaper involved in this? Why are these motherfucking sports people even on the internet looking up voice actresses anyway? That don't even make sense. But, you feel me? Plot devices, plot devices, plot devices. Anyway, he talks about how he wants to do the story on the voice actress having a boyfriend. And his boss is like, it depends. What voice actors are you talking about? And he's like, Azuki Miho. And then that bastard gets this strange look in his eye, like, really? And he's like, you know what? Give me a picture. If you get a picture, we'll run the story. He's like, okay. So we go back over to Azuki. She doing work. Hold on. Was that it? No. First, before that, Fukuda calls. Which I'm glad I didn't get to see Fukuda in a long time, and I miss him. He's one of my favorite characters. He's one of the more badass characters in the series. So I'm glad I was able to see him, even if it was only for 2 pages. But you know, he was just being a good friend, calling, checking in, making sure that you know everything was okay with them. And then after he found out that they weren't really tripping that hard off of it, you know, the conversation's over, and then scene changes over to Azuki. Azuki is at work, you know. She doing her thing. And she got to go over to Impromptu 12 by 4 o'clock because, you know, she's a popular voice actress. She got more than one hustle, you know, more than one voice to do, you feel me? So she on the move. So she trying to get to her taxi. She walk outside, and there's like a bombardment of people like blocking the door talking about, is it true, Azuki? Is it true? Do you really have a boyfriend? Say it ain't so, please. And I'm like, these pathetic motherfuckers, man. It's like, I mean, for somebody who's such a loser, these people's standards are extremely high. It's fucking ridiculous. It makes no sense. It's like, how the hell are you going to expect your no job, constantly sitting at home, fantasizing about fictional characters' ass, going to expect to get a badass chick like a voice actress? Or that's like a normal guy like me fucking Megan Fox. You feel me? Like, I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm just saying it is highly unlikely, and I wouldn't sell my soul on it. I wouldn't bet my soul on it. That much is for damn sure. And so, Azuki, I love this arc so far because we've been seeing a whole lot of Azuki. Azuki, 2 chapters in a row for the win. And I really love it even more because we get to see more of Azuki's character. You feel me? Like, we get to see more of who she is as a person rather than just Mashiro's love interest. We get more of a deeper understanding of who she is and her internal way of doing things, which turns out to be she's pretty mentally strong. She's not really letting all the hype and gander like mess with her head either. She's like, I didn't do anything wrong just because I want to have a normal life, which is completely true, and I completely understand that. And so moving. Oh shit. Oh man, I just woke up, man. I'm sorry if I'm fucking up a little bit, but after the scene with Azuki, it flips over to Shonen Jump, and Shonen Jump is just a fucking mess. Like, people are calling all day, every day, left and right, leaving prank calls. This one guy, this shit was so funny. Like, the situation is funny, but how they executed it was hilarious. Bro, it was like, one of the editors that Shonen Jump picks up the phone, like, hello, Weekly Shonen Jump. And then some dude's like, die, Ashirogi! And that's the end of the conversation. I was like, that was fucking random. What the fuck? Like, what kind of people does this kind of shit, man? Like, this shit just seems so crazy. But at the same time, man, this is Death Note writers. Like, if it's not, like, weird and dark and contrived, then it doesn't feel right coming from them. So, like, this, like, kind of story, I don't know. I can't say it's bad, but I don't know. I have to wait till we get deeper into the arc to judge that. I just hope they don't just waste Ishizawa as a character and just make him a plot device in order to gain more conflict in the story. I hope he actually have a purpose in this arc. I'm not going to say anything. I just going to hope for the best. So, after all that shit at the editorial department, Hattori has his meeting with Ashirogi. You know, everything's going smooth with the manuscripts, and now they start discussing the anime. And the anime is, you know, coming out in the summer, but they have a meeting for it in February. I think he said February 6th. Yeah, February 6th. He have the meeting for it on February 6th, and then they'll be able to decide on things. You know, they'd be able to put in their personal input into the anime. And he was like, but, you know, Michelle's tripping out. Like, you know, he's like, man, we really want Azuki to do the voice for our heroine, you know. It's the whole reason why this series even exists. It's the whole reason why, you know, they've been pushing so hard all these years, you know, to get to that point so Michelle can get married. And he was like, you know, Hattori's like, don't worry about it, you know. It's like, it's not uncommon for mangaka to have a specific voice actors in mind. In fact, it's rare for them not to. So if they really want Azuki to be the main heroine of a series, then all they have to do is like say it with pride, say it with their chest, nigga. That's all they got to do is say it with their chest, and they most likely respect their wishes. I think they would, but damn it. As soon as we think everything's going to be all nice and sunshine and roses, they drop a bomb on us. Fuck. They go ahead and they post the article. No evidence. Just he say, she say. They just post the article. Who's Azuki's mystery boyfriend? And then they pointed out as Mishira Takagi. They don't like have a picture of them together. They like have their middle school pictures and like lines pointing to it and explaining why the A in Ashirogi Nuto comes from Azuki and all this shit. So, you know, these people are basically like a fucking rumor mill in a professional newspaper. This is bullshit, man. But, you know, I have to say, not completely bad plot devices. They're not necessarily good, but they're not bad. It can be good depending on how Oba executes this shit. But I'm interested to find out. What about you guys? What do you guys think of this arc so far, and where you guys think it's gonna go? Leave your comments in the bottom. Hit me up. It's all good. Be swag to the max. Keep your swag to the max, and I'm out of here.